One of the things I really love about your work is that it seems, for me anyway, to allow me to look both backwards and forwards. So I sometimes look at your paintings and I feel like I've been somewhere like that.
Yeah.
But I also look at the painting and feel like I want to be somewhere like that.
Yeah.
It's like the mood that you've created, I want to be in that place.
Yeah.
Often because it's quite a tranquil space and quite a kind of quiet place, so it allows me to just stop and take a break from whatever's going on around me, living quite a busy life, and just sort of be in the moment with your work.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it's about that kind of atmosphere of like being the only one on the beach. I used to love that. Like anywhere I go, I always try and get away from people. Everybody else sort of seems to like pick the same spot to sit next to, and I'll like try and find the most remote part I can.
Yeah.
So that you do just get to a bit of peace and quiet.
Is there remote places that have really sort of,
yeah,
you feel like they've got under your skin a bit?
Yeah, I think that's just that thing. I don't want anyone to suddenly turn up and spoil like my moment where I'm just kind of enjoying it. Or it's a lot about sitting on rocks and watching waves and listening to the birds or seals or whatever is out there as well. I like all that kind of feeling.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people who look at your work in the gallery often talk about how it makes them feel really calm and really contemplative. So I think that really does come across, which is lovely. And I think over the years, because we've been showing your work for years now, and it does, for me anyway, feel like maybe your work has got less detailed over the years, so it's got kind of bigger expanses of a bit more space in the work.
I think maybe better at editing now than I used to be. I think I used to like try and put maybe a bit more in it than I do now. I'm quite happy with just leaving it where maybe I've got a really exciting sky, and so I don't need to do a whole load of detail in the foreground. Otherwise I feel it becomes a wee bit too busy.
And as you're painting just now, I mean, how does it feel?
That's the thing, I just kind of get lost in it. I was saying to people quite often, I'll even be like chatting on the phone, I'll have this phone on speaker and I'll be chatting away to somebody, so I'm not thinking like too much about what it is, I'm more just enjoying the process and enjoying what the paint does, because part of it is I just love like thick paint and the colours that you can produce from just quite a few colours. Quite often I've got quite a lot of paints to work with, but often it's just the same 6 that I use for the majority of the painting, and it produces so many different colours just from that.
That's the other thing I love, the way that the brush strokes, when you put them in different directions, you get such a lovely effect.
Yeah, I like trying to leave kind of brush marks behind, because I'll do demos to art clubs, and quite often the pernickety men that are used to sitting doing little details will say, "Are you leaving that mark?" And I'll say, "Yes, I love that mark. That's the exciting part about the painting." Is the funny marks that kind of get left by the brushes.
Yeah.
And I use palette knives as well to kind of free up and produce different effects and maybe to other things. For example, I've got like this kind of brush that I love, and that's brilliant for doing all of my foliage in the foreground. It's basically just using that brush creates some really exciting effects.
And do you tend to spend a lot of time outdoors?
Yeah, as much as I can, really. All our holidays generally are Orkney or West Coast of Scotland, because I just still love going to these places. And a lot of it's walking, finding some lovely spots, sitting and kind of just watching. And then that's when I come back, because I don't even take sketches then, because I feel like it kind of then would direct too much what I was going to do. I still like that freedom when I come back to kind of think about the place, and that's enough.
Yeah, but it's almost like that's what ends up on the canvas, isn't it? It's like you sitting there thinking and contemplating and just
thinking about how I can make that wave shape or just even the cliffs and the rocks. Because often people say, why don't I work from photos? But I just feel like it kind of ties you down to, I need to produce that, whereas I find it's better and freer just to start painting and see what happens.
We're really lucky in the gallery in that we get to hear people's responses to your work, and they talk a lot about what they like and how it feels when they look at your paintings. I mean, is that something that you think about or that interests you, or is it almost like once you finish the painting that's it closed?
I think the thing is, part of it you do because you love painting and you want to produce something that gives you a thrill at the end of it, because when I get to the point in a painting, you just know when you've done it and it's right. You just get a really good feeling from it, and then to know, I still get a buzz every time I hear like I've sold a painting. It's like the best feeling ever, even though I've been doing it for, well, I think it is about 12 years now.